Happy birthday to us.
Woo.
Happy birthday to us.
Woo.
It's our podcast birthday month.
It's October.
Happy birthday, Podcast of Poseidon.
Thank you guys so much. It's been a wonderful year. You guys have the support that we have seen has been absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, it's really cool to see how much things have grown and changed for the podcast since we started a year ago. And to celebrate, we're giving you all a present, our listeners.
We're on our off weeks that we don't upload main feed episodes. We're giving old bonus episodes to you guys for you to listen to.
Mm-hmm. This is a sneak peek behind the Patreon paywall, usually only for our $5 patrons and plus, but because it's our birthday, we're doing something special. These are for you. This very first one you're going to hear was our second ever bonus episode we recorded.
And honestly, I really liked it.
It was super fun. I'm telling you that it was the second one because once we jump into the episode, you'll notice the audio quality is going to change drastically.
Yeah, quite a bit. This is when I was still recording on a blue snowball and Darren was using a headset mic.
Mm-hmm. So just think of it as a beautiful time capsule, a remnant of how far we've come.
How much this podcast has changed.
And grown thanks to you beautiful listeners, just making it worth it every month. And hey, patrons, don't worry. You're still getting an exclusive episode to you this week over on Patreon.
And if those of you who aren't on our Patreon would like to hear it and do like what they hear with these episodes, it's on Patreon. Come on and join us. Come on.
It's our birthday. Just come hang out with us in the birthday party. So yeah. Oh, yeah, this is also back when we were calling it Secret Cabin, so you're going to hear that too.
Secret Cabin. Bunker 9 wasn't locked down until I finally said, oh, you know what, it's Bunker 9.
Davis needed to make an executive
I made the executive decision because Darren was like, I'm like, they have a secret thing.
Oh, he was right.
And I pitched it pretty early in our Secret Cabin stuff, but she did not hear me.
Davis was right. I was wrong. I heard you. I just rejected it. I'll be honest. I was wrong.
Yeah.
I was just flat out wrong. But yes, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for joining us for our birthday celebration.
We appreciate it so much.
And enjoy episode 2 of Bunker 9. Mr. Tumnus is the worst satyr.
Hello and welcome to our secret cabin. Today's patron is dedicated to that $5 bill you didn't know you had when you checked your pockets. I'm Davis, and this is my sister Darien.
Hey, everybody.
If you're listening to this, it means you donated to Patreon, which honestly is incredible of you.
You're amazing.
Wonderful. And today's topic is going to be about what satyrs in modern media in recent media could get Percy to Camp Half-Blood. Here's a secret. It's not a lot.
I'm excited about the fact that you've had to correct it from modern media to recent media, because it doesn't imply that perhaps there is a larger time frame than you usually would use.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess, I don't even know, what I would call it, because some of the characters are also from, contemporary works and not really modern works, so
I think it's great. I'm very excited. I know 2 of the characters you're bringing to the table.
Yeah.
But yeah, I created a list of 5 criteria that a satyr needs to meet in order to successfully get Percy to Camp Half-Blood.
I don't know the criteria.
DJ doesn't know the criteria. And I don't know the satyr, so this will be very fun.
Okay.
So, DJ, do you want to introduce our lineup, or do you want me to introduce what they have to be? Let's introduce the lineup first.
All right.
Who is competing today?
I got Tumnus, obviously from, Lion Witch and the Wardrobe. Mm-hmm. I don't remember much about it. I only watched the movies. But I just know he was kind of a pushover character. Mm-hmm. And then I got, obviously, Phil, our boy, the satyr, the man, the myth, the satyr. Hercules. Disney's Hercules, at least.
To be
specific. His name is Philocrates.
Phil is fine.
Yeah, Phil. It'll be Phil. And then we got, what the fuck was his name? We got a satyr from an Italian fairy tale called Costanza. / Costanzo. Which honestly was kind of fun. I just read a synopsis because I didn't have time to read the whole thing.
Okay.
I've been working a lot. And then also a satyr from the Shepherdess and the Sweep, which isn't a satyr, it's a mahogany satyr.
What?
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay.
Oh man, there's one more satyr. I don't remember his name. Let's see. Where did he go? Shit.
Oh no.
Stephen King's The Lawnmower Man. There it is.
There's a satyr in that?
Yeah!
Okay.
Yeah! What the fuck is his name? I don't think they ever say his name, at least not in the... Yeah, not in the Wikipedia article.
We call him Steven.
Yeah, we'll call him Steven.
Okay.
And that's the lineup, really. But I kind of want to talk about, like, other satyrs after we discuss this.
Yeah, totally. I think we have to point out that Mr. Tumnus is a faun, but they are satyrs.
Yeah.
They're just satyrs.
They're just different. They're like deer satyrs, aren't they?
I honestly don't know. I actually did look that up earlier in the week. I was like, what's the difference? And there seems to be no general agreement on what the difference is. Some of them like, it's just Roman and Greek. And some of them like, it's a deer or a ram. And I'm like, okay.
All right, well, it doesn't matter.
Everyone's a satyr.
Yep. Every single one of these is a satyr. I guess we'll start with Tumnus.
Awesome.
You know more about Tumnus because I believe you read the books.
I did read. Did you not read?
No.
The Narnia book? Wild. We read them in 6th grade.
Yeah.
And then I read them just again.
Yeah, I never read them.
Okay, so
you also went to a different school than I did in 6th grade.
That's fair, but like, it's The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I have to assume that was something they made like all the kids read. Weird. All right. Well, here are the 5 things that Grover did to successfully get Percy to Camp Half-Blood that I think the satyrs have to be able to accomplish. Number 1, he has to be able to befriend Percy at Yancey Academy.
I don't think Tumnus could have done that.
Number 2, he has to be able to lie to Percy about Mrs. Dobbs. Number 3, he has to be able to find Percy at the cabin after Percy gets away. Number 4, he has to have previously connected with Sally Jackson. And number 5, fight Minotaur. Which should be fair.
Okay,
Grover,
that's a loose term. Grover did not fucking fight that Minotaur.
That's why I think the satyrs should be allowed to fail one thing in order to succeed. But if they fail more than one. So, Mr. Tumnus, would he be able to befriend Percy at Yancey Academy?
I don't think so.
Why not?
I don't know. The dude's just fucking awkward. And, like, Percy was
so
like
is Grover.
Grover, okay. But, like, Tumnus is fucking old.
Okay, alright, so we have to assume that for some reason, these satyrs who all look like adult dudes, I'm assuming, are able to fit into Yancey Academy. Fine. They have all their traits and personalities, but they are able to
I don't think Percy would have liked his vibe.
Why is that?
I think that's just like... Because from what I remember of the movie, he was just weird. Like, he was just a fucking weird... I don't remember a lot, honestly.
Like, Grover is weird, too. I'm gonna just say. He's also kind of timid.
You should take this, at least Mr. Tumnus, because I don't know him.
Okay, so Mr. Tumnus, I actually think he would successfully befriend Percy in the same way where, like, Percy's like, I have to protect Grover, because he's bullied all the time, and, like, that's why they're friends. I think Percy would treat Mr. Tumnus the same way. Okay. Because, also, Mr. Tumnus befriended Lucy when she came through the wardrobe. And so, like... Yeah,
but Lucy's a tiny child.
Okay, but, like, Percy's 12. So, I don't know what to tell you. Number 2, he has to be able to lie to Percy about Mrs. Dobbs. And I think Mr. Thomas will be able to do that about as successfully as Grover. So, and that Percy knows he's lying, but like, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
Now, find Percy at the cabin. This is what I'm not so sure of, to be honest.
I mean, like, if all satyrs have like the same sense of smell, he would have been able to do it.
True. Was he able to find him because the smell or because their bond?
Empathy link wasn't created yet.
Okay, so smell. You're right.
That happens in Sea of Monsters.
So find Percy at the cabin, and then previously connect with Sally Jackson. I don't think Mr. Tumnus could do that. I don't know if he has the wherewithal or like the tenacity to be like, I gotta connect with his mom first. To be like, hey, Sally. Because when Grover shows up, he already knows Sally, and she's not surprised to see Grover.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, like, again, you know Tumnus more than I do. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't think he could have. Yep,
I agree. And then fight the Minotaur, I think he would have been about as useful as...
Grover was?
It's Grover. And honestly, like, maybe even less so. I think Mr. Tumnus might have bounced.
Oh yeah, I think he would have ran pretty far.
Like, he... In his defense, I'm trying to think, because with, like, the White Witch, he's gonna turn Lucy over to her, and then he gets a spine and realizes, I can't do this is the wrong thing, and does... save Lucy and send her home, and then the White Witch turns him to stone later. But I don't know if... He definitely wouldn't have been able to fight the Minotaur. I think he would have gotten knocked out and been, like, down for the count. So that is 2 out for Mr. Tumnus, which I think means he's out.
Yeah. Yeah, like Sally would have seen him and been like, what are you doing here? Get the fuck out of here.
Awesome. I know Phil is next, but I actually think we should save him for last.
Yeah, because he'll be fun.
He'll be fun.
I think he'll be a lot of fun, which I'll honestly compare him to another character in the series.
Ooh. Oh, perfect. All right. Oh, yeah, and I think I know who you mean.
Yeah. Let's move on to the Satyr and the Costanzo tale.
Okay.
So, like, the whole thing behind that guy, he was evil. I'm gonna, well, maybe not, like, evil, but, like, he was not a friend of the kingdom. So the whole thing is Costanza is born a girl and then was going to be married to a lesser prince. And she's like, no, I don't want to fucking marry below my class.
Okay.
Like, below my station. I think that's what they said. And ran away dressed as a man called Costanzo. Went to another king's court. The queen liked the way she looked and wanted to court her, which means that queen sucks.
Yeah, what the hell, lady?
And the king's like, man, I just want to be able to catch one of the satyrs that hurt our kingdom. And the queen volunteered Costanza.
Why?
I don't know. It's like, yeah, they'll go. And then, like, to please the king, Costanza was like, yeah, fuck, okay. So she caught a satyr by tricking it with wine and bread. Just, like, leaving it on the ship.
I'm also easily tricked by wine and bread.
Yeah, just leaving it on the ship and then hiding. And then, I guess, like, a group of satyrs came by and she, like, tied one up and just fucking went about her way.
Damn, okay.
And
I've never heard this story.
Yeah, they passed a funeral, a hanging, and, like, a couple more things. And the whole time, the satyr was just fucking laughing, you know? Just laughing at everything that's going on. And when he shows up, it took a while. It was like, all right, fine. I'll set you free if you talk, like, while you're laughing so much. So at the funeral, the boy's father wasn't the guy in the casket, but was actually the priest doing it. And then at the hanging, he's like, I'm laughing because the guards there have done more pillaging and stuff than I have to your kingdom and shit like that. And then was laughing like you guys are calling Costanza a he when she's actually a she. Just totally outed Costanza. Mm-hmm. And then like pointed at the queen. It was like, and all the queen's maidens are just dudes. She's fucking them all.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So this guy, like, I guess could see just like the truth of everything, which honestly I'm kind of into. It was a lot of fun.
That's great.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And so like the king had the queen and all her misters, I guess would be the term.
Boy toys, sounds like.
Boy toys, yeah, burned at the stake pretty much.
Oh shit. All right, well that's maybe what we call extreme.
And then married Costanza.
I mean, good for Costanza. Girl went out, manifested her destiny, committed. I appreciate it.
Literally.
But like, okay, they could have just banished the queen, and also like, it's the queen, and I don't think her boy toys. There's a power dynamic there. Like, were they gonna say no to the queen? No, they literally couldn't. That sucks. But other than that, I do love that story. That's it. What happens to the satyr?
I mean, he gets set free.
Hey, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because Costanza promised if you just talk.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, I'll give you bread, I'll give you wine, I'll give you money. Do you want to be set free? He's like, fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah, probably. I want to be set free. Like that may be the first thing. Okay.
And it's just a lot of fun.
All right.
I thoroughly enjoyed reading like the synopsis of that one.
That sounds amazing. We should read that.
Yeah, I'll read like the whole fucking thing. There's a good, like the two fairy tales that I like done. That one and then the Shepherdess were just a lot of fun.
I'm very excited. So let's see if this I almost said lying satyr, but he's the opposite of that.
Yeah, he's not a lying satyr.
Not a lying satyr.
The dude could just like, he like sees Percy. He probably knows Percy's dad is Poseidon.
Instantly.
And be like, hey, hey Chiron, get the fuck down here. I got a son of Poseidon. He's like, what? How do you know? I was like, I just know, okay?
Don't fucking question me. All right. So he finds Percy. Do you think he would be able to befriend Percy?
Yes.
Why is that?
I think just like, well, maybe not. Maybe Percy wouldn't appreciate his honesty, or maybe like Percy would. Maybe he would just like, oh man, what's the fucking words? I can't even think right now.
I just don't know. I get what I get the track you're on, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, right. Maybe he wouldn't. Maybe him being like an enemy of the kingdom. Like, I don't even know what his crime was. I think it was like looting or something like that.
Probably just like being a woodland satyr.
Yeah, let's see here.
I mean, he'd definitely show up at Yancey Academy and probably start, like, calling out all the kids for their bullshit. And,
All it says is, like, the king had long wished to have as a captive one of the satyrs that did great damage to his land. So,
not specific, dude.
Being 12, being in the position he was, constantly shunned, maybe he was like, this satyr's like, hey, Percy, let's fucking go. And then they do, like, some graffiti and, like, a fucking thing, and then they bond over that shit. You know?
All right, I think that changes the whole thing. I don't think Percy survives to see Mrs. Dobbs. I think he gets kicked the fuck out of Yancey Academy early on because he's like...
And then the dude follows him. He's like, all right, we gotta go together, man. We ride or die, you know? And then, like, Percy goes back. He's like, Mom, I made a friend. And then it's like, no. Percy, I want a word with your mom. He's like, what? You just met her. I just need to talk to her. And it's like, listen, I'm a satyr. And your son is the son of Poseidon. Sally's like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know.
I appreciate your honesty.
All right. So...
And just, like, looks at fucking... oh, God, what was the guy's name? I don't even remember his stepdad's name. Gabe. Looks at Gabe's like, dude, you gotta get the fuck out of here. You're a dick.
You're a dick. Oh my god.
You are no longer needed. I'm taking Percy to Camp Half-Blood.
Oh, they just like smash cuts to it, and we're going now.
Smash cut. There's no Minotaur.
There's no Minotaur. Just talk. Hi, Sally. I'm actually gonna. This is what is best. He is going to.
And
get
yeah,
killed.
he knew where they were because like I don't even like his intuition or whatever.
Yeah,
he knew that he would be able to find them at the cabin. I don't know if he would have been able to fight the Minotaur though.
You know what? That's okay. I think we established that, like, once he befriends Percy, they both get expelled, and then he just, like, jumps to Camp Half-Blood. And then he sees Luke and is like, that asshole stole a lightning bolt.
Literally.
End of series. He's one for Kronos.
Just don't understand, like, maybe... I feel like it's a mind-reading thing. I don't know what the fuck's going on with this
kind of, like,
satyr.
intuition of just, he's like, I just know what's going on here.
It's fucking great.
All right, so the Italian fairy tale satyr. Wild success. There's actually no book series, though, because problem solved.
Holy shit.
All right.
Let's move on to the Shepherdess and the Sweep.
Okay.
I don't think this guy would have done it.
Okay.
I don't think he could have befriended Percy because the guy... He's too horny.
Oh my god!
The story is like there's the Shepherdess and the Sweep are two China porcelain dolls, you know. The satyr, his name is where the fuck is it? General. Oh no, that's one of the names. Hold on. There is just so many different fucking names.
Yeah.
It's like General, Commander, Sergeant. Hold on, it's right here.
Okay.
Major General Field Sergeant Commander Billy Goat's Leg.
Okay. Can we call him Bill?
Yeah, we can call him Bill.
Okay.
But so the two China figurines, Shepherdess and the Chimney Sweep, they just like, this Shepherdess is in love with the Chimney Sweep, you know, cute. Because he's got feminine features.
I get that.
Yeah, and so I'm like, you might have some things to work out. Anyway. And then the satyr is a carved mahogany figurine of a satyr. Mm-hmm. And he wants the shepherdess for his wife.
Okay.
And so she pretty much kidnaps her.
Not good. Go on.
It's or like he goes behind her back to ask her father pretty much for marriage, and then kidnaps her, and then they run away together, and they. Sorry, I'm reading it.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh fuck! The Chinaman died.
Oh no!
He got shattered, but I guess he was repaired.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's good. And then he's like, "Yeah, okay, fine. I guess the satyr's kind of a dick, and you don't have to marry him."
Oh, good.
And that's how that fairy tale ends. That one's by Hans Christoph Andersen.
Oh, Hans Christian Andersen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hans
all right.
Christian Andersen.
I'm not surprised Mr. Little Mermaid wrote that. Okay.
Yeah. Shit happens. All right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So out the gate, does not sound like Percy to be friends with this dude.
No, the guy seems like a lying, cheating dick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like kidnapping people, that's kind of the deal breaker.
Yeah.
For a lot of people, I feel like it'd be a deal breaker for Percy.
Yeah.
And it's definitely a deal breaker for Sally.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I feel like he might be able to fend off the Minotaur, though. Like, that's the only thing I'm like, maybe.
Yeah. Do you think he'd be able to successfully lie to Percy about Mrs. Dobbs?
Yes.
Yeah. Finds at the cabin. That's just a given.
Yeah.
Fights a Minotaur.
Yeah, fights a Minotaur. Probably holds him off so Percy could escape, but I don't think he would have been able to defeat the Minotaur.
No, definitely not.
No.
I mean, you don't like that's a Percy thing. But
this next guy, however,
all right, so hold on. So he does not get Percy to Camp Half-Blood because they're not friends, and also he definitely does not connect with Sally.
Yeah.
I'm worried he was trying to kidnap Sally.
Yeah. He's like, ooh, Sally's kind of nice. And then he tries to kidnap Sally and Percy, and then that's just the first book, Percy trying to get fucking...
Oh my god, yeah, that would be... Here's one thing I forgot to mention in our actual episode when we talk about Lightning Thief. Sally Jackson has fanfiction eyes.
Does she really?
Rick Riordan describes her eyes as changing colors. I don't know whether it's like in the light or based on her mood, but that's like straight fan fiction. And I'm so delighted that like Percy's mom got that trait and not like Annabeth or any of the other like girls he meets. It's his mom.
Yeah.
So, all right. So yeah, this horny wooden satyr boy does not succeed.
No, fuck no.
Tell him about the next one.
The Lawnmower Man. We're going to talk about Steven.
Jesus. Okay.
Holy fuck. So, for those who don't know, it's this guy. He's been putting off getting a lawn mowing service for the summer because last summer a dog scared a cat under a lawnmower, and so he's like, I don't know if I want to do this, and then he's like, all right, fine, it needs to happen. So he hires a service. A guy comes along, and then Harold, the guy who comes along is a satyr. Or at least, like, presumed to be a satyr because his boss's name is Pan,
Okay.
Yeah. And so Harold lays down for rest, and then, he wakes up, and he looks out, and he sees the guy who's set to mow his lawn, naked, eating the grass while the lawnmower moves on its own. And he's like, and he passes out. And when he wakes up, the guy mowing the lawn was pretty much over. And was like, listen, man, if you can't appreciate this, I'm going to sacrifice you. All right.
What the fuck?
I'm going to sacrifice you to my boss. And then he's like, yeah, okay. And then he goes to call the police. But the guy comes along. He's like, my boss's name is Pan, and promptly fucking murders him.
Oh my god, how much cocaine was Stephen King on?
I have no idea. But the police are like, yeah, he was dismembered by a schizophrenic sex maniac. Okay.
Is this guy even a satyr?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it's not I haven't read the book, obviously. This is just synopsis. Mm-hmm. So I don't know the description they give him. But somebody on just eating grass. I mean, it's just believed that he's a satyr,
Okay. Let's do that.
Do I think he could have been Percy's friend? Maybe.
Why maybe? Why maybe? Davis, why?
Honestly, I don't know. I just feel it, Honestly, it's probably I don't think he probably could have. Mainly because the guy, he's very assertive. Uh-huh. I think he would have forced Percy to be his friend, and Percy probably would have had a little pushback at first, but then just kind of I guess
this guy's my friend. Okay.
I guess this is how it's going to be. Could he have connected with
Sally?
Probably not.
Probably not. Why?
Probably not, but probably because he would walk into the fucking house.
No, but yes.
And then Gabe would just start talking shit on him, and he would fucking kill Gabe.
He would just murder Gabe. Okay.
He would just outright murder Gabe.
That causes a whole other issues, but
it causes a lot more issues. But Sally, I think she'd have mixed feelings about it.
Yeah.
It's what? Why would you do that? That was my husband, and he'd be like, you didn't actually love him.
You hate that guy.
Right. You hated him. And then, what is it? Would he be able to find them? Mm-hmm. Or he would be... let's go back to Mrs. Dobbs, because I honestly just forget about that. He would be able to lie about that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
He'd be able to lie about it when he was the one who killed Mrs. Dobbs.
He killed Mrs. Dobbs. All right, and then I think we decided that all satyrs could have found Percy because of the smell.
Yeah, because of the smell. And that's just a thing. And then he would have been able to fight off the Minotaur.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So it's 2 maybes and 3 yeses.
Yes. Oh my gosh. This is... So I think that, I think that's a success then. He gets Percy to Camp Half-Blood. Wow,
Yep,
okay.
there we go. The Lawnmower Man.
The Lawnmower Man Satyr gets Percy to Camp. I'm upset about that, I think.
No, that's super fair. I was upset reading it.
All right, let's finish this off with
Phil. When I was there's a character bringing up the character. I'm gonna bring up Coach Hedge.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he's literally just Phil. That's the thing. I was reading this. I'm like, this guy is just Phil from Hercules. He's kind of jaded about training people. Mm-hmm. He's like gotta watch after them because it's his job.
Yeah.
And so like, would Percy interact positively with Coach Hedge? Like that's what it boils down to, right? Mm-hmm. I don't think he would have. I don't think he would have, like, interacted positively. I think he would be like that teacher. Because, like, obviously Coach Hedge isn't going to try to, like, fucking be a child. He's going to be a teacher like he was. And he's going to be like, yeah, man, Coach Hedge is kind of a hard ass, but it's not like he's, like, a dick to me. you know? Yeah. And so...
Although I think we did establish that we are assuming all of the satyrs get to pass as students.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, Coach Hedge, still a good assessment.
So, but, like, let's just go back to Phil. Phil...
I mean, Coach Hedge doesn't pass as students. The satyrs in the test get to pass as students.
Yeah, that's fair. Phil is... what is it? I think he'd be pushing Percy a lot. Mm-hmm. Because he's, like, preemptively training him.
Yes, that's what I was thinking, too.
Preemptively training him because, like, yeah, we gotta go. And so he's, like, pushing Percy a lot, and especially during, like, Chiron's fucking gladiator nights.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, Percy, you got this.
He's like, it's just a pop quiz, dude. Phil.
He probably, like, Phil maybe would have befriended Percy because he's, like, again, just, like, super assertive about it.
Yeah, Percy's like, I guess we're friends.
Okay, I'd be like, nobody else wants to hang out with me.
Mm-hmm. Here's the thing. I don't think Phil would have successfully lied to Percy about Mrs. Dobbs. I'm pretty sure he'd straight up just be like, yeah, that was a furry. Yeah, that was
a fury, kid. I can't believe you killed it.
Yeah, that was a fury. Are you ready for this shit?
And then,
let's go.
From that point, he wouldn't dilly-dally anymore. He'd, like, go straight to fucking camp.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, that's the thing, is that, like, Phil would be like, well, he's been exposed. Let's go.
Let's go. There's no, why are we wasting time? Now, did he connect with Sally beforehand?
Fuck, maybe. That one might be a little harder.
Yeah.
Because, I mean... Phil's not that, he doesn't seem like the sociable type, you know?
No, I don't think, and it's not even social, I think more it's just wherewithal to know I gotta talk to his mom about this.
I mean, Phil didn't talk to Hercules' human parents about that, so.
This is true. You know, it dawns on me that maybe the reason Sally knew who Grover was because she met him at some point because he was friends with Percy.
I feel like she met him winter break, because that's when Percy and Grover, I mean, like, obviously Percy didn't meet Grover 5th grade or before.
No, it was just there.
It was in 6th grade.
And it was mostly my interpretation of him being like, hi, Sally, we need to go. And her being like, what the hell? Is because he was like a satyr and she was not taken aback.
Not expecting
also,
that.
She knows that she, like, slept with Poseidon and her child is the son of a sea god. So
yeah, she obviously
she just kind of rolls with these punches. I'm going to, everybody else had to make this qualification anyway, so I'm going to keep it.
I don't know. Maybe he could have done that. Again, yeah, because of the smell, he would have been able to find them. Mm-hmm. And then...
I'm worried he would have gotten Percy killed in the fight with the Minotaur by goading him.
He wouldn't be fighting. Yeah, he wouldn't be fighting. He'd be training him. Like, pretty much what Sally was doing, but even more intensely. Kid, you gotta go through his legs, jump to the side.
I think he would have confused Percy, and Percy would have gotten killed, to be honest.
Yeah,
like,
probably.
That's my concern, is, like, Percy made it through by, like, just in the moment by accident, and I think Phil would have just been like, him shouting would have like, I'm not prepared for this, and just maybe would have like thrown Percy for a loop. I honestly don't know.
Oh yeah, I mean, who knows? I don't. But like, this is all hypothetical. It's all a lot of fun, and that's the satyrs that like were of note that I had.
Wait.
Brought up.
Does Phil get him to successfully to Camp Half-Blood? We have to decide.
Who?
Phil.
Oh, I mean, if we're going by the same things, he's already got 2 no's.
So no.
But the thing is that it's so... With Phil, he wouldn't dig around after Dobbs.
True, he'd be like, let's go.
So who knows? Maybe like we would avoid both, like maybe even the Minotaur. I don't know. But he'd be like, okay, we gotta go.
I mean,
We gotta go, kid.
Because, like, the thing is, like, oh, if Percy, you're aware of what's going on, you're easier to find. So if Phil's just like, yeah, that was a fury. Why do I do that every time? That was a that was a fury. And you're the son of Poseidon. Let's just...
I don't think you would say you're the son of Poseidon because nobody knew that.
That's true.
Only Sally knew that.
Yeah, only Sally and our Italian satyr friend knew that.
Yeah. So he'd be like, we gotta go. That was a fury. And then, like, he would just go with Chiron. He'd be like, Chiron, enough dicking around. Get out of your wheelchair. We gotta go. And so they just, like, race to Camp Half-Blood.
Yeah.
And Percy would be like, what the fuck is going on?
So, wait.
Why did my teacher just turn into a horse?
Just galloping on his back. Oh, my God. All right. So, wait. Did Mr.
If we're going the traditional way, the events that happened in the series, he would not get Percy to Camp Half-Blood.
Yeah.
But if we're going the way Phil would actually do it, he would get Percy to Camp Half-Blood.
Okay, so we've got total 2 satyrs failed, 2 succeeded, and Phil is undetermined.
Phil is undetermined.
All right.
Who knows? Maybe,
Well, it depends. Let's ask Rick Riordan. What does he think?
He's like, hey, Rick, listen, buddy. Would Phil from Disney's Hercules hypothetically get Percy to Camp Half-Blood? What, like...
All right, DJ, you've got some more stuff about satyrs.
Okay. So, while I was, like, doing this, I'm, like, on the Wikipedia page, and then one of the bullet points is, erotic romance author Elizabeth Amber's Lord of the Satyr series follows satyr heroes. Men who sprout second penises and fur upon the full moon. And I was fucking floored by that. I did not expect that.
What?
I saw that shit, and then I just I didn't know where to go from there.
I don't know where you can
I'm
go.
like, do I go up? Do I go down? Is this, like, bad? Like, can I...
Well, with 2 penises, you can go both ways.
Exactly. I was very confused. And then, like, as I've said before, a lot of the ones in games are, like, in in the game series Warcraft, satyrs appear as a race of demonic creatures. Mm-hmm. God of War, they're enemies found at the end of the game. In Doom and Doom 2, like the original fucking back on the SNES and Commodore 64, they're also enemies. I mean, like, again, it's just all... Oh, but in Rift, another MMO, mm-hmm. It's a summon pet.
Oh, cute!
Yeah, it's a summon, so you can, like, summon them and have a good time. Yeah. But yeah, there's not a lot of good satyrs, Mm-hmm. Which is understandable. And then, like, one of the most notable ones that everybody has seen at least once in their life, which I found it really funny, because in this Wikipedia article, it's like, the Christian antagonist, Satan, is often depicted to be as a satyr-like being.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Christians definitely pulled that from Pan.
I just love the term the Christian antagonist. That just makes it seem so funny.
To be fair, I mean, satyrs aren't around a lot in mythology, but when I think about it, the most notable satyr that comes to my mind, and certainly not the only one, but is the satyr that tries to attack Eurydice on the night of her wedding to Orpheus, and when she runs away from him, she gets bitten by a snake and die. So...
Oh, shit.
That might be why we so often see satyrs as assholes.
I'm also sure it's pronounced Eurydice.
Oh, Eurydice. I've been saying Eurydice, haven't I? It is Eurydice. You're actually super right. Thank you, DJ.
Mainly because they are featured in...
Yep. Oh, I'm sure I said it. So I said Eurydice so many times in our Fates episode. I'm sure by now we've gotten a lot of people commenting and letting me know that I said it wrong. So hey.
It'll be fine.
Awesome. DJ, is there any other fun satyr lore or interesting double penised satyrs you would like to share before we call this one?
There's a satyr in the My Little Pony the movie, 2017 film, but instead of being like a human top, because that'd be just super weird, he's got the top of a baboon. What? Yeah. I don't know.
Okay. Well, okay.
My Little Pony.
My Little Pony had a Minotaur in it too, which we talked about in the main feed episode. So, hey, My Little Pony.
Yeah. It's great.
Fabulous.
Good time.
No, thank you so much, DJ. This was such a fun game. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
immensely.
I had a good time too. Satyrs get fucking weird.
Satyrs
People
get weird.
Nuts with satyrs. I still can't get over the second penis thing.
That is. I'm sure there are a lot of fans who really love those books. And hey, Davis, so just for any of our listeners who maybe heard about that and was like, that might be my jam. What was that author again?
Elizabeth Amber.
Elizabeth Amber.
It's her Lords of the Satyr series.
Perfect. Well, hey, listeners, thank you again so much for donating. You honestly help us.
Wait, hold on. Something like made me chuckle. Sorry. There's a book called Dark Hollow, and a witch summons satyrs practicing black powwow.
Ooh,
It's like folk magic, but they call it powwow, and that's really funny to me.
That's probably, I mean, I would have to know about the context of the book more and the author of the book to determine whether or not that is like, ooh, don't do that. But like, my instinct is like, ooh, don't do that.
Yeah.
But okay. Can I thank our Patreon listeners now?
Absolutely.
Hey, listeners, thank you so much. Honestly, you are the reason we're able to do this podcast.
It is incredible that y'all donated, which is like just a lot of fun, and I'm very grateful for each and every one of you.
Yeah, you guys are amazing. You help. This is so much time and effort goes into producing the podcast and editing it and making it all work and transcribing episodes. Your donations help me transcribe episodes faster, and I will never be able to fully explain how grateful I am to you. Thank you.
It's very, very incredible. Y'all have a wonderful day.
Until next time.
Bye.
Podcast of Poseidon is created and hosted by Darien and DJ Smart. It's edited by Darien Smart. The show is produced by Darien and DJ Smart, as well as
Tim O'Connor, the Crystal Con Man. Our music is Athens Festival by Martin Hain, and our cover art is by Audrey Miller. You can find her on Instagram at Bombshell Nutshell Art.
Like the show? Ready for more? Support Podcast of Poseidon on Patreon. Just $1 gets you exclusive bonus content. Find out more at patreon.com/podcastofposeidon.
Can't spare the drachmas? You can support the show by leaving a review on Apple Podcast or by sharing us with your friends. Find all of our episodes and episode transcripts at podcastofposeidon.com.
Thanks for listening.